What's up, Team Kree Bandit? We are here back with another deck profile from our locals. What is your name and what'd you play?
My name is Zack, and I played Invoked Shaddolls.
And how'd you do?
I placed 4th.
Ah, nice. All right, let's get into it.
All right, so just basic hand trap, because I feel like you have to play hand traps or you lose. So Ash, Phantasmal, and Prank.
Ooh, main deck.
So yeah, I'll explain this. So Ash, I'm not going to explain, but if anyone's ever played Shaddolls or they have a history with Shaddolls, they understand that Shaddolls brick, they're the king of bricks, and Phantasme is an incredible card for fixing your hands, right?
Right.
Plus, just like you can troll people because they forget the second effect that it has a protection clause, so you can get free pops, but don't expect that. And then the Prank is an auto bait. Right, okay. So you're looking to bait out as much as possible, right? So you're looking for your power plays. When you get to your Shaddolls or your Invocations or Magical Meltdowns, if you can immediately put a threat on the board, have them answer the threat, then you're free to play your game.
Right.
Does that make sense? So that's the only logic behind that, and Phantasme is by far my favorite, just for fixing your hands. And then the Invoked engine is obviously 3 Alistair, 3 Meltdown, 2 Invocation, and a Terraforming.
Yeah, very standard.
Extremely standard because it's probably the most consistent 8 cards in the game, and the only reason I prefer the Terraforming is bait. It's more bait.
Yeah.
So it's so good because you have 3 ofs and you're 1 of. So if you 1-for-1, they're Ash, whatever, you're free to make your plays, and you can auto set up a -1 for your opponent by going into a free Mecha Boat.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then Shaddolls, like the best of, of course, are 2s. And I'll just keep going real quick. And then some 1-ofs with Falco, Ariel, Dragon, and Beast. So
nice ratio.
The only one I question is the Falco.
Yeah.
Because Falco puts you in a strange game state where if you're under Winda and your opponent plays very well, they'll Falco, waste your special summon, so you can't El Shaddoll or anything, right?
Yeah.
So that's where Raging comes in, and you can flip your Winda down. So I OTK'd today through my own Winda, and I swung out with everything, Raging, flipped Winda down, El Shaddoll, and went for game. So it does come up, but anyway, Windy, these top, they explain themselves. There's an argument for multiple Ariel.
Yeah.
I think it's inconsistent, and there's also an argument for a side deck Beast. If you play OG Shaddoll format, you understand that there's Shaddoll Fusion into Fusion, you plus, then you normal set or just tribute set for Beast, so your opponent cannot Shaddoll Fusion.
Right.
But that was back in the grind game. That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it has come up. So then just spells. Don't understand why this is legal. I cannot process that. I got back into the game and there's 3 super polys. So super poly, unless you're playing against another super poly, should be a free board wipe or out. Yeah. And then obviously 3 Shaddoll Fusion because it says +2.
Yeah.
2L only because it's searchable. And then the new cards that are still really interesting, free Fusion, free board wipe.
Yeah.
Also, it makes you play Ariel a little more skillfully. That way, it's not a wasted resource. And then power cards are called by. I mean, if you see it, you see it, and if you don't, you don't. And then foolish, obviously, it's your entire deck.
Yeah.
It's your entire deck, plus it's bait. This whole deck is bait. Oh, you don't have a response. I'm gonna try to win.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 cards that I was testing were Spellbook of Knowledge.
Now, I've seen people questioning this, and personally, I agree on this card right now.
So there's an argument between this and Wonder Wand and this and Desires. Your ratios are so small, I can't see Desires because the Banished. So you're looking at potentially Banished 20, whereas this, you play it, they ash it. who cares? You don't send as cost, you send as resolution.
Yeah.
So, like today, the best result I got was a beast. I sent a beast, I drew 3. Like, that's the dream, right?
Yeah, right.
And also, it's a free out to your own window lock if you're accustomed to the OTK.
Yeah.
So, like, you window lock, grab back El Shaddoll, swing out, oh yeah, and you drew 2. Like, it's so good. And I don't like free side out cards, but it's a free side out card.
Yeah. So, how'd you like Schism? Because I know you probably haven't been playing this since
That's
since
actually
back in the day.
a really good question. The card is so good you want to play 3 of it,
Yeah.
but you would never play 3 of it.
No.
So building the deck and looking at the new interactions with Abkalone, Ariel, and Wendy, you play 1 because it's searchable straight to hand from deck, right? So you get a tutor for it for free with Abkalone.
Yeah.
If you go into your gravity controller or whatever the link is, if you go into that play, so you search it for free. If you know your opponent's playing combo, you get a turn 1, set it, and your graveyard's full.
Yeah.
Not to mention the free send, which is apparently good for Dragoon, Savage, or any other answer in the format.
Yeah. And if you have that plus Meltdown, they can't respond.
Yes, so, we didn't even touch
Yeah.
how Meltdown also says you cannot respond to Shaddoll Fusion. El Shaddoll, Super Poly,
Yeah.
or a trap card now. Like, it's extremely good. And this is just free value.
Yeah.
There's a world where I wouldn't play this. There truly is. And it's a side out every game. I don't think I even resolved it once.
Interesting.
Extra.
Yeah, let's do extra.
So links are the light spellcaster. I've literally never read the effect because it's archetype specific and I don't know what it does.
Yeah.
It says Mechaba turn 1 with 5 in hand.
Yeah, that's all we use it for.
Yeah. Gravity Controller, and people forget Gravity Controller has an effect. So I had to read Gravity Controller, and it's, you have something in your extra monster zone. Weird.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
And it goes back so you can Abkalone multiple times or window or whatever. And then, of course, Anaconda, but I do not play Dragoon. I'm the king of brick cards, so I would open consistently. That's another reason I don't play Gamma. So I can't imagine a world where I open Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and Gamma.
Yeah, you scared me earlier.
Driver.
I saw the Anaconda. I was like, oh, crap.
Yes, Anaconda is so good, especially just using itself to go into Venom. And then the Invoked, which are all situational and personal preference, right? So the first time in the world this come up today was Purgatrio, and Agoides comes up all the time. So these two come up all the time. Raging comes up way more than Purgatrio, so this can literally be anything. But it comes up because of Ash. That's the only reason it's in here, is for Ash, because everybody plays Ash.
Yeah.
And then the Shaddolls are, I'll explain the Shek here in a second. So Shek being your Earth target, Winda being a pseudo win con, Abkalone being a search, plus negate and chain blocking is a thing. So you have a chain link of 3 block. So the worst thing in the world that's going to happen is you negate their Savage or whatever, but you're also plussing 2.
Yeah.
So like the fact that it just halts all the hand traps on top of that is incredible. 2 construct, and then the Venom, which is just for dark.
Rip the ulties, though.
Rep the ulties. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So the Shek is just a call, because it can be anything you want as well. However, Zoo's a thing, Prank Kids are a thing, and plus it negates. So it's a free negate on board, as well as a huge booty if you're in that simplified of a game state. So this in defense is really hard to get over, especially behind a negate and an answer, which you're gonna have.
Yeah.
And side deck, which was thrown together, so I apologize. So it's 2 lands, literally just for Tri Brigade.
Yeah.
I didn't know what else it's for. Dark Ruler is insane.
Yeah.
So when I got out of the game and come back, I saw this card and I was like, why?
Why?
So I'm free to play for free. You don't take battle damage. And Cyclone for Eldritch that I didn't play, and Cyclone is just really good. I've lost to it in time though, so be wary. Play your cards skillfully.
Yeah.
Droll is Droll. It's very good. And I'll speak to Droll and as to why I played Invoked and not Dogmatica.
Yeah.
Because Dogmatica auto loses to one hand trap, whereas no Dogmatica, you can play through the Ash, you can play through the Bell,
Yeah.
you can play through Nib even, but you shouldn't be special summoning that much.
Yeah.
Dogmatica, you search, you're done. And I don't like that. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
3 TTs and 3 evenly matched just for tempo, because if you're playing a tempo deck anyways, that can pivot into an OTK or a grind. So if you blow your opponent out turn 1 with it, your turn 1 with this, then that should be a free game.
Yeah.
Right. So
You're just making them neg like 4, and then you have like all your cards still.
yes, and it's just a resource game at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's it.
All right. Yeah. Appreciate the deck profile. Any shout outs?
Team Curry Bandit,
Oh, yeah.
because I'm new here and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the deck profile, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.